Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 26th of June. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at ctmcrypto.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 3 days. All right, great. Okay, Bitcoin, not a lot has been changing on the weekly chart today. We made a slightly lower low yesterday, which was interesting, and is suggesting that we are not making an immediate move off the lows. I would note that both of the last 2 days have, almost the last 3 days, have actually touched at the low of the day, the 3SD lower band, which tends to be an area you see a strong bounce of, but it may be that we're not quite there yet. We do have a possible, it's no longer a weak RSI 14 buy signal, it's gone a little lower, it's now a full size RSI 14 buy signal. But mainly, in terms of whether we're ready or not, I'm going to be watching the others. But this is actually a pretty nice looking setup. But this is only one of the three, and it's the only one of the three which has actually retested the low yet. And I'm wondering whether the other two are going to do it as well. We don't have any divergence on the hourly chart. Obviously, we have a very nice looking potential little double bottom here, and that could be part of a much larger double bottom here, although I'm skeptical about that because really, historically, I would not expect to see the bear market low before late August at the absolute earliest. Now, it could be different this time. It can always be different this time. It's just it often isn't different this time. So we will see how that develops. All right, looking at Solana, this has been outperforming. We do have a possible weak RSI 14 buy signal brewing on the weekly chart. We don't have anything on the daily chart. Although we could get it, and we will get it if we see a retest this low, but this hasn't been retested yet. We've got as low as 63.93, and the retest of the low would be at 60.12. If we get that, then we get some RSI 5 buy signal brewing action, and we get another little double bottom as well. But until then, we don't. So the question is, are we going to retest that on this move? Or are we going to go A, B, C, see a bit of rally on Bitcoin, see a bit more of a rally on Solana? We shall see. All right, looking at Ethereum, Ethereum has got closer than Solana has. And on the weekly chart, that's not going to give us an awful lot in terms of divergence. Hey Brad, on the daily chart, we've got almost got a possible RSI 5 14 buy signal brewing, but we haven't quite made it to the low yet, but we got really close. Yesterday, we reached 15.10.27, and the low is 15.05.30. So Bitcoin, I was just saying, Brad, that we've got Bitcoin has retested the low, and that has made the short-term flag target. We had the bigger flag, and then we made the retest of the low, and then we got the smaller flag from that. That's made target. The Solana one hasn't. It's got as low as 63.93, but that's still some distance away. Ethereum almost made it overnight, and maybe it's going to make that today, which would leave one piece of unfinished business. But one thing I was saying a couple of days ago was, Bitcoin does it alone, that leaves unfinished business on both Solana and Ethereum. And we can come back to that later for sure. But it's always possible we'll hang around, and we'll do it now. In terms of Ethereum on the daily chart, we are testing the 3SD lower band at the lows every day. Solana is a bit stronger at the moment, and we've not got below the daily lower band here, so we will see how it goes. But I am looking at those. We do have unfinished business below at the retest of the low on both Solana and Ethereum, and it may be that we're going to need to do that before we see a bit of a rally. This also matches what I'm seeing on equities, which is, I think, going to be heading up pretty soon. But if we see a breakdown towards the next support level today, then I think we will get all three of our retests of the lows, and I think that would be a pretty nice setup for a rally, because I think whether we go to the next level below or not, I think what is forming on equities here is a bull flag. So if we go a bit lower, we retest all those lows, we're setting up potentially for a very nice rally. And we'd be doing that with, I think, 3 daily buy signals brewing as well as weekly buy signals brewing. All right, great. In that case, let's have a quick look at questions, of which we have none. So I think that's a wrap. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you guys again on Monday. All right, cheers.